Welcome back, Typhus here with another episode of the Final Fantasy VII, somewhat randomized. We left off in Cosmo Canyon and we need to find a party member to escort with us to go see Red. Now, Cloud? Hello, Cloud? Controller, maybe? We'll go take Tifa, I think. We going somewhere? Oh, well, just anyone will do. Okay, well, in that case, Barrett, because he's set up. Do I have to do a full party? Now, this place, Cosmo Canyon, is a maze. Hey, there's Red! And Red doesn't care about going to the hidden secret place, whatever it is that we're supposed to be going to. So I'll meet you back at the door. Okay, back to Bugenhagen. And he's unlocked the door for us, presumably this one. Oh yes, the orrery and cutscene. Now, do I talk to Bugie? Ho ho ho, it looks like you have them all together. Then let's begin. I'll stand there. So we get the little cutscene of going into the orrery. I think this is another screen where you can get the giant cloud glitch. This is really something. Yes, pretty good. This is his laboratory. All the workings of space are entered into this 3D holographic system. Whoa! Shooting stars! I don't think this one was quite as cool as I was expecting in Remake. For this time, this is actually a pretty cool cutscene. So I guess whoever is the second party member slot is the one that has the planets whiz past them. And the meteors, and apparently there's a giant black hole that's nearby. That's really something. Yes, indeed. Yo-ho-ho, yes, this is something, isn't it? Well, let's get to the subject. Eventually, all humans die. What happens to them after they die? The body decomposes and returns to the planet. That much everyone knows. What about their consciousness, their hearts and their souls? The soul too returns to the planet. And not only those of humans, but everything on this planet. In fact, all living things in this universe are the same. The spirits that return to the planet merge with one another and roam the planet. They roam, converge and divide, becoming a swell called the life stream. Life stream. In other words, a path of energy of the souls roaming the planet. Spirit energy is a word that you should never forget. A new life. Children are blessed with spirit energy and are brought into the world. Then the time comes when they die and once again return to the planet. Of course, there are exceptions, but this is the way of the world. I've digressed, but you'll understand better if you watch this. And cue a second cutscene. Has the background flicked from static image to cutscene. So, presumably that's Earth, Mars, maybe Neptune in the background. And Spiky Ball with the planet. This was definitely changed in Remake. So we've got all the spirit energies merging of a human and a plant. Yellow and red becomes green and goes into a little baby, which grows up, becomes red again, merges, and all these other things constantly growing up, merging, and going across the planet. Spirit energy is the source of life for trees, birds, and humans. And not only living things, it makes it possible to form planets. So the planet itself is a sort of pseudo-consciousness, and if that spirit energy were to disappear... Now this bit in Remake was a little bit more clear as to what the hell happens to the planet, I think. And it also implies that the world of FF7 is a very hollow cored planet. And it may not even have a molten core like our Earth does. And it's literally only being held together by the spirit energy. These are the basics of the study of planet life. If spirit energy disappears, our planet will die. Spirit energy is efficient because it exists within nature. Okay, that does not seem to lead on to from what Cloud just said, but whatevs. When spirit energy is forcefully extracted and manufactured, it can't accomplish its true purpose. You're talking about micro energy, right? I don't think it's manufactured. It's used in manufacturing, but not manufactured itself. Everyday micro reactors suck up the spirit energy and diminishing it. The spirit energy is compressed in reactors and processed into macro energy. All living things are being used up and thrown away. In other words, macro energy will only destroy the planet. The story of the planets and those who live with them. If you want to know more, then you must listen to the words. Oh, I've got to go talk to people. Okay, we've got everyone sitting around the campfire, so I guess this is where we go. If something's new has changed, then clearly that's where you're supposed to go. Alright, we're sitting next to Aerith. I learned a lot. The elders taught me many things. About the Cetra and the Promised Land. I'm alone now. I'm all alone now. But we're here for you, right? I know, but I'm the only Cetra. Does that mean we can't help? So that's definitely different from in Rebirth, Remake, whatever it is now. Because Aerith kind of implied that she knows from the beginning that she's on her own as a Cetra. Cloud, bonfires are funny, aren't they? They make you remember all sorts of things. Yeah, I'm not surprised you're having traumatic flashbacks now, given what Sephiroth did. You know, Cloud, 5 years ago. It's nothing. No, forget it, I'm afraid to ask. What is it? It feels like you're going far away. You really are you, right? And even Cloud's more cognizant of his memories being shot in Rebirth Remake. Cosmo Canyon, this is where Avalanche was born. I promised my guys someday, when we saved the planet from Shinra, that we'd all go to Cosmo Canyon and celebrate. Biggs, Wedge, Jesse. Now they're all gone. Died for the planet. Really? To save the planet? We all hate Shinra. But is it right to go on? Will they ever forgive me? Right now, I really don't know, but I do know one thing. If there's anything I can do to save the planet, or the people living on it, then I'm gonna do it. I don't care if it's for justice, or revenge, or whatever. I don't care. I'm gonna do it. Again, Avalanche will be born again. Doubt. Okay, let's just have some dialogue. I wonder how many years it's been. Gosh, this brings back memories. No idea what he's referring to there. But I chatted with everyone. Hopefully I don't have to chat with Aerith again. That's entirely possible. Oh, hey, an elder. This is Bug, and you have Bugenhagen. Okay. Let's see, Story of the Ancients. You can't talk of the Ancients without mentioning Professor Gast. Hello, some lore dumping. He used to come here sometimes. He was a Shinra scholar who spent his life studying the Ancients. And he banged one. He was a serious person. You never would have thought he'd be in Shinra. Must have been about 30 years ago when he found the corpse of an Ancient. He was elated. Okay, so that means that Sephiroth is at most about 25 during the Nibelheim accident. If I recall, he named it Genova and was doing a lot of research. One day he showed up here looking very distressed. He was mumbling something about Genova not being an ancient and that he'd done a terrible thing. He's been missing since then. I heard he never went back to Shinra. So if you ever see Professor Gast, I want you to tell him that the old man that likes to drink in Cosmo Canyon wants to hear about the ancients. Well, there's lots to talk about. But most things about the ancients are all legend and folk tales, and no one knows the truth. By the way, your friends are all in front of the Cosmo candle. Are you leaving now? Okay. Oh, Cosmo candles, their cocktail. I think that there's a signature cocktail for Cosmo Canyon in Remake, but it's not called the Cosmo candle. It's something else. I think maybe we have to try and leave. Oh, talk to Red. Long ago, when I was still very small, we were all around this flame. No, never mind. What happened? It's about my parents. When I talk about my mother, I am full of pride and joy, and that's fine. But when I think of my father, my heart is full of anger. You really can't forgive your father? Of course, he left mother for dead. When the Gi tried to attack, he ran off by himself, leaving mother and the people of the canyon. Come, Nanaki, there's something you should see. The place may be dangerous. Cloud, will you and one other person come with us? Okay, we're going to go and take Barrett. Yeah, Barrett. Remake, you have to take Barrett and Red, and that's it. You have to have that duo, who don't get along with each other very well, for the entire dungeon. Which way? Alright, Bugie. Ho ho ho. Yes, we're set. Oh, yes, I can still remove the materia from Ketsith. And super secret button that kid never found. Alright, come in. Okay, lead the way, Grandpa. What are you, crazy? It's dangerous in there. I told you that. You want an old man like me to go first? I'll be right behind you. Oh, and he still joins the party. Down, down, down we go. All the slow ropes. With the... Obviously, they've gone and grabbed the smudge tool when they were creating this background and just gone across it. It looks cool. And in Rebirth Remake, this is a really cool looking dungeon. It's a lot more expansive and creepier, and you can work out what the hell things are a little bit better. Okay, strange looking rock. Yeah, we'll break it. We know it's going to end up being bad, and it's the Gi Warriors, which are an asshole on hard mode. But they die instantly. Cloud's still one-shotting everything. We will probably use the cheesy strategy for the boss, which unfortunately you cannot do in Remake anymore. Okay, there's no secret passage that way. That's a giant-ass skeleton. Zuh. On the side there. Now this way. Okay, let's break it. And nothing there either. Okay. We'll break it. See what we get. This looks interactable, but it is not interactable, it seems. Oh. And he's going to dump some lore. Everyone, here's a ghost of the Gi tribe, killed in a certain battle. A certain battle? The vengeful spirits of the Gi don't disappear and couldn't return to the live stream. We still have far to go. So it's not... I don't know if they're going to explain why they can't return to the live stream. Oh, yep, the ominous red puddles. Okay, slippery, so if you run, I think you skate on that section. Remake, they do explain... seem to imply that the Gi are not from this planet. Oh, you arsehole, don't you... Okay, it's only doom, not death. In Remake, they do sort of imply that the Gi aren't from this planet, and that's why they're unable to return to the live stream. So I suppose that's also why Sephiroth would not be able to return, because he's got the cells of Genova, which aren't from this planet, and thus would not be able to return to the planet. Oh, bollocks. Press circle instantly. And, yeah, so, well, that's what happens when you run on the skiddy oil. Press circle by bloody instinct. Alright, what's this blue materia? Added effect. That's a good one. Now, don't run on the skiddy oil. Nothing there. And I'm not going to run this away just in case for some reason it'll always bring you into those bloody spikes. Black megaphone, so that might be an upgrade for Kate Sith, who's not in the party and probably won't get much time in the party again. And an ether. So more lore. As you can see, this cave leads to the back of Cosmo Canyon. Even though the Gi outnumbered us, they could not attack us through here because the passage is too narrow. Let's move on. Oh, pick a door, come on. One of these leads to something of interest. One of these others will definitely lead to enemies. Alright, we've got a spider web, which is a guaranteed encounter of something. Oh, these things. Yeah, you guys are creepy. And you're no less creepy in Remake either. Someone does not like daddy long leg spiders. Though the Sting Bomb is significantly more powerful in Remake. It's a little bit more than a chintzy 40 odd damage. Alright, Red's going to need a heal after this. Although they do have a fair chunk of HP. That is bugger all XP. Okay, this road? I'm not going to fuss about those stupid treasure chests. They're not randomized, and I think they're more effort than they're worth with the encounters. Why do I have two people with the sense materia equipped, I just realised? That's not really worthwhile. Because I've got Rumble materia that I could also be levelling up in the background. Hopefully the third and final lump of lore. This warrior went through the cave all alone, fighting attackers one after another. Grandpa, that warrior. We're almost there. Ah, the creepy cave with the sort of mask, Oni mask. What is this? Grandpa, is he? After death, the ghosts of the Gi, like stagnant air. This can't be. Oh yeah, that's creepy. And the boss music and Gin attack. And you are the Lasaewe, who can be Phoenix downed, but you cannot be Phoenix downed in Rebirth. Oh, they cannot. Oh, interesting. Those fire things are supposed to absorb fire. I wonder if the Gin attack is still considered undead for Phoenix down purposes. I'll give him another shot. Otherwise, it's going to have to be get rid of these ones and then attack. Ouchity. But that's a limit break. Drain. So we may not be... I know that the Phoenix Downs are not a guaranteed 100% hit. But it's possible that he doesn't have the undead tag anymore, and so the Phoenix Downs are not going to work. Nothing to steal. Sled Fang on the back row. Let's attack. We might have to just kill this thing the good old-fashioned way. Ah, they really do not like red. Oh, that probably makes sense. Let's see. Yeah, and that's a limit break for Barrett. Good. Easter only has big shot. That's a shame. Cloud can just whack him. And should keep an eye on Red's HP, because he is actually getting quite low there. And Red, please don't kill Red. Drain attack is not all that much damage. I mean, with Cloud's extra damage, the fact that Phoenix Downs might not work is okay. It does always feel cheap, so the little inspirited things, they're possessing Red now, but that's fine, he's just going to get limit breaks. Even if he doesn't do quite as much damage as the others. There you go, there's the limit. Let's get rid of the little that thing. So that none of them lights can possess. 32 MP. Okay. That's fine. Cloud's not really using any magic. Okay, that's the other light gone, so no more. And it's the big thing gone anyway. No more attacks from anything. Yeah, even without using the Phoenix Down trick, it's not particularly hard. And, ooh, Red got another limit break. Lunatic High and a bunch of materials leveled up. Thank you, Cloud. Because of you, we survived. Yes, very true. Nanaki, you've grown strong too. Oh yeah? Now I know it wasn't a mistake bringing you here. Come, I have something I want to show you. Right over here. And we get Gravity, which will never get used. Because bosses tend to be immune to gravity damage. So you can't exploit it to take down their high HP pool. This is the warrior who fought against the Gi. He kept them from taking even one step into Cosmo Canyon. But he was never able to return to town. Look, Nanaki, look at your father, at the warrior Seto. And I think the panning on this one and the angles, I think this is just a better composition of the scene than in Rebirth. Obviously the graphics in Remake are significantly better, but the composition for the shot, better. That's Seto. Seto continued to fight the Gi tribe here to protect this canyon. Even after the Gi's poisonous arrows turned his body to stone, even after they all ran away, Seto continued to protect us. And he continues to protect us even now. Even now? You thought that he was a coward and ran away, but he alone risked his life to protect Cosmo Canyon. That is your father, Seto. That Seto? Did Mother know? She knew. The two of them made me promise to keep this cave shut. Why did you not tell Red, though? And let him live thinking his dad was a deadbeat? They asked me to seal it myself and not tell a soul. They said we should forget about this cave. Still, tell your son that his dad sacrificed himself nobly. Would you mind leaving the two of us alone? And then there's a whole extra dungeon sequence in Rebirth that is not in this one. It is a cool dungeon. Adds definitely a lot of lore. I want you to continue your journey with Cloud and the others. Grandpa! Listen, Nanaki. Cloud says they are trying to save the planet. Honestly, I don't think it can be done. For even if they stop every reactor on the planet, it's only going to postpone the inevitable. Even if they stop Sephiroth, everything will perish. So does it matter that we stop Sephiroth then? But Nanaki, I've been thinking lately. I've been thinking if there was anything we could do as a part of the planet, something to help a planet already in misery. No matter what happens, isn't it important to try? Am I just wishing against fate? Am I too old to do anything about it? I'll be 130. That is why, Nanaki, you must go with them for my sake. Grandpa, I wanted to show you your real father before you left. I'm so glad you can come back. Whilst I was still alive to show you. Don't talk like that. I don't want to think of life without you. Oh, I've had a long life. I'll see to it. I'll see to it what's happening to the planet. I'll come back to tell you. Nanaki. I am Nanaki of Cosmo Canyon, son of the warrior Seto. I will come back a true warrior to that noble name, so please, Grandpa. And Seto's crying. Which means that he might actually be conscious in that fossilized state, and that is kind of sad. Seto, father. And biggest Dawu. The buggy's fixed, so we can go on now. Shall we get going? So this is it, Red. That's just the way it goes. You came in handy at times. Ah, right. Gotta do a quick party swap. And then immediately get Red back into the party, because I guess these guys assume that Red is gonna be just sticking it out in Cosmo Canyon. It's his hometown. He's gonna stay put. Why would he come along? And all that, so we just have to leave. Wait for me, I'm coming too. Cloud, please look after Nanaki. What happened? I think I grew up a little. That's what happened. Okay, and with no further explanation, we set off. I'm going to recollect my party. And we've got our buggy. Which way's forward? Forward is down here. We collect our party, and now we can head onwards into the wide green yonder, which invariably turns into a battle. But, oh, and a back attack as well. Side attack, even worse. Shoot, I realise I have not saved since I started today, so please do not give me a game over, because I will be incredibly sad. And all these bastards can petrify. At least Cloud insta-kills them. Good. 77. That was shite damage. Okay. Looks like we'll survive. But as I was going to say before I got so really distracted by these things petrifying me and worrying about a game over, that will do it for today. We've got the wide green yonder, as I was saying, to explore. And I believe Rocket Town and Nibelheim will be on the horizon for next time. But until then, this is Type This Out. Have a good day, guys. Bye.